My fellow Americans, something extraordinary has just happened. The mainstream media is desperately trying to ignore. President Trump didn't just sign a few executive orders. He launched what might be the biggest transformation of the federal government since 1776. The IRS, yeah, you can say goodbye to that, replaced by something called the External Revenue Service. TikTok, well, it's back with a vengeance. And the border, well, what's happening there right now is sending shockwaves through the entire hemisphere. But it's what these changes reveal about the true nature of American power that's most fascinating. And trust me, the implications are staggering. I'm going to tell you what's really going on. Now, let me be direct about something. While President Trump is revolutionizing our government, there's another revolution you need to know about. The revolution against declining testosterone. Look, society isn't celebrating traditional masculinity anymore, but your body still needs it, and that's why I trust Sculpt Nation's Test Boost. It's not just another supplement, it's 8 powerful natural ingredients designed to help you reclaim your masculine edge. Go to sculptnation.com/NNN and save up to 51% on your first order. That's sculptnation.com/NNN. It's linked down below, and take back your vitality today. Now, what are we learning? Yes, if we have an external revenue service, we should be able to end the income tax and shut down the IRS. Better yet, let's start massively cutting spending. I am excited to learn about the External Revenue Service. Now, this was just a few days ago. Trump said for far too long, we have relied on taxing our great people using the Internal Revenue Service. Through soft and pathetically weak trade agreements, the American economy has delivered growth and prosperity to the world while taxing ourselves. It's time for that to change. I'm today announcing I will create the External Revenue Service to collect our tariffs, duties, and all revenue that come from foreign sources, and we will begin charging those that make money off us with trade, and they will start paying, finally, their fair share. January 2025 will be the birthday of the External Revenue Service. Make America great again. And now, just a couple minutes ago, we're learning that the ICE raids have already begun. The New York Post has just announced Border Patrol agent was actually killed during a traffic stop with a migrant suspect. Now, I believe this happened in Vermont. So a Border Patrol agent has already died, and it's time that these raids begin. Lewis says External Revenue Service, long-term, might be the biggest thing in his speech. It will reform institutions and the way we think of taxes, taxing foreign countries looking to be in our markets instead of the citizens. It's long overdue. ICE baby. Raids mean no more men at work to perform the hardest labor. Don't look to the land down under. You'll be asking, who can it be now? And who will affordably fix our house in the middle of the street? More madness is sure to ensue. Trump wants a mass deportation program. How much could it cost? It doesn't matter, right? We could send billions to Ukraine, but keep our borders wide open? No, it's time to invest in the deportations now. Now, this person here, they think that Donald Trump's a clown, but they say the External Revenue Service idea is a good one, not for tariffs, but to collect what is owed the U.S. from foreign governments. I'm sure we've always tried to collect, but an actual agency designed for that purpose might just work. Now, we're in the first day. This is the first day, the first half day of the Trump presidency, and the J6 hostages are going to be released. Listen.
And, tonight I'm going to be signing on the J6 hostages, pardons, to get them out. And as soon as I leave, I'm going to the Oval Office and we'll be signing pardons for a lot of people, And thank you to Steve Witkoff. He's a great guy. He's a friend of mine. He's been a very successful.
So the J6 hostages will be released. Thank God. Byron Lilly says Trump says he will make America wealthy with tariffs and will establish the External Revenue Service to collect money from foreign countries. Listen, this is from his inaugural speech.
I will immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. For this purpose, we are establishing the External Revenue Service to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury, coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before.
You know, back in the day, I would organize activists, and we would pass out copies of a film called America, Freedom to Fascism, which exposed the IRS, exposed the Federal Reserve System. It was Aaron Russo's final film. And we would host activist protests at the Federal Reserve banks, and we would scream, "End the IRS, end the Fed." And now here we are. We're actually in a moment where we have been seeding this message, the message that Ron Paul championed, the message that Aaron Russo championed. We're finally seeing it come and bear fruit. Those seeds were planted like 20 years ago, and we're finally seeing it all come to fruition, and it's so beautiful to see, my God. Oh, my goodness. It is hard. It feels like a dream. It feels like a dream. It really, truly does. Holy cow. Sarah Rose talking about executive actions that Trump, let's listen.
So I'm revoking nearly 80 destructive, radical executive actions of the previous administration. They'll all be null and void within about, 5 minutes? Is that them over there? 5 minutes?
So he's got executive orders in a stack, and he is going to rescind all of the destructive policies of the Biden administration. 80, he says, 80 destructive, radical executive actions. And so it begins. Here's a meme someone posted. The creation of the ERS that will make America great again. Make America rich again. It looks like Trump and Elon Musk sitting there. Also, we're finding out this. This is interesting. I'm a big champion of Doge and what the Doge organization, the Doge group is going to be doing to cut all of this unnecessary spending from government. Now we're finding out Vivek Ramaswamy has now exited his role at Doge. Mario Nawfal, an hour ago, Vivek steps away from Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, teasing future plans back home while Elon takes full control. And I'm wondering why. I wonder why, honestly. I mean, I thought they were a good team. But Vivek says, no, I'm going to step back. Was it because Elon was getting all the credit? Was it an ego thing? I don't know. But Vivek says, it was my honor to help support the creation of Doge. I'm confident that Elon and team will succeed in streamlining government. I have more plans. More to say very soon about my future plans in Ohio. Most importantly, we are all in to help President Trump make America great again. From presidential hopeful to Doge architect to Senate candidate. Stay tuned. We're going to find out what Vivek has planned. And then, and then TikTok. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see the meltdowns? TikTok goes offline. And there's a message posted that, sorry, we had to suspend services in the United States, but maybe Donald Trump's going to do something to fix that. And then Donald Trump makes an announcement, and boom, TikTok is back online with another message that says what? Well, thanks to Donald Trump, TikTok is back. So think about that for a second. All the people on TikTok, every single one on TikTok, even the haters, had to thank Donald Trump. Now, there's some big, big accounts on TikTok. A lot of influencers with millions and millions of followers who rely on TikTok for their revenue to reach out with their own message, whatever it may be. And suddenly they were all silenced in a second because of what Joe Biden signed into law. Donald Trump, boom, with a flick of the pen, with just a post before he was even president, said we're going to hold off, we're going to wait maybe 90 days and let TikTok figure it out. We want the United States to have a 50% stake or 51% stake in TikTok. Here he is.
As of today, TikTok is back.
Wow. So TikTok is back. We're also seeing this. 1 hour ago, President Donald J. Trump has shut down the pro-abortion HHS website. Sorry, this site cannot be reached. And it was previously at reproductiverights.gov. Bye-bye. And then we have this. Here we go. Spotted in San Antonio, Texas, transporting U.S. Border Patrol trucks, SUVs, and vans. Yes, the amplification of border security has begun, and they are now sending fresh reinforcements to the border. CNN is also reporting that David Pekoski, the TSA administrator who put Tulsi Gabbard on the Quiet Skies terrorist watch list, well, he's been fired. Yeah, as it should be. The head of the TSA, fired by the Trump administration, multiple sources tell me. So, bye-bye. TSA is done. And this is what's on the website. This is what's on the website for White House, the White House website. Whitehouse.gov, boom. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Bring it on. Okay, we got this from MJ Truth Ultra. The seeds are being planted. The IRS and income tax is coming to an end in America. The External Revenue Service was the first step to achieve this goal. It's actually happening. Here is Howard Lutnick.
At the start of the 20th century, America was the richest country on earth. And we defended our workers from unfair trade policies with tariffs. And we only made money. We had no income tax. All we did is charge other countries and foreign companies, if they wanted to sell to America, you had to pay for entry. Okay, so imagine this. The U.S. government had no income tax. Americans got to keep all their hard-earned money, and foreigners paid the price. So now, what's happened? We have the Internal Revenue Service. That means charge us internally. Now imagine politicians who can't even balance their own checkbook, taking our money, and what do they do every year? Let's just take more, let's just take more, let's just take more. So this is how Donald Trump is going to end it and fix it. Last week, he announced that we're going to return America to greatness by creating, and today is its birthday, the External Revenue Service. So if you're always wondering, is some bureaucrat going to cut your benefits? Not under Donald Trump. Not under Donald Trump. It means foreign companies are going to pay if they want to come and sell products to the wealthiest country on earth. And if they want to compete with American workers, then let's just not tax our American workers.
Let's not tax our American workers. Oh, man, this is a beautiful day. George Beasy tweets, border agents in El Paso, Texas, 6 hours ago have already shut down a port of entry to prevent illegal aliens from crossing. Crossing beyond this point will result in arrest, prosecution, and possible application of force. Here's a scene from El Paso. This was a picture that was actually posted by KFOX 14 News. A video, actually. Let's see.
Beyond this point will result in the arrest, prosecution, and possible application of force.
Wow.
Advertencia. Esta es una área restringida federal. Fuera de los límites de...
And it goes into their native tongue. Does it matter if TikTok is banned? Well, we have X, right? Barely an hour into Trump's presidency, and this WAPO journalist is already tweeting about the plight of crying migrants. Yeah. I want you guys to be aware. And Libs of TikTok points it out too. And I've been warning about this. She writes, we're about to see a years-long massive coordinated campaign from the fake news MSM attacking Trump's border policies. Here's a video posted by Arelis Hernandez that migrants who were waiting for their 1 p.m. CBP1 parole appointments learned 20 minutes ago that the app has shut down and their appointments are no longer valid. So look at this. Now, this is obviously a sad moment for this person. But guess what? The open border is over. Joe Biden single-handedly destroyed this country and countless lives lost because of his border policies. But they didn't show you the grieving parents of those murdered by illegal aliens. No, they didn't. The mainstream media refused to. But instead, what we are going to be subject to over the next 4 years, and most importantly, this next 100 days, as the deportations begin, as ICE begins their raids, we're going to see visuals like this played over and over and over again. It's sad. It really is sad. And it's visuals like this that are designed to make you feel, to pull at your heartstrings. But do not fall victim to the propaganda from the mainstream media, because this is designed to turn you against Trump. Remember, we have to get America back on track. These people are welcome. These people are welcome. You just got to do it the right way. So just be aware. We're going to see a lot of visuals like this over the next 100 days. Also, President Trump revoking EV subsidies and establishes an external revenue service to collect tariffs, designates Mexican cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and will be deploying troops to the border. Breitbart News posting, we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on planet Mars. That is what President Trump said. We are going to see in our lifetime, because of Elon Musk's technology and Donald Trump's plans, we will soon see an American flag planted on Mars. Derek says, TikTok came back quicker than Jesus. Here's President Trump talking about Mars.
And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
Wow. Wow. Incoming executive orders, David Bell. Southern border emergency. Remain in Mexico. Cartels are domestic terrorists. 1778 Act eliminating gangs. Unleash American energy. Remove electric vehicle mandates. Tariffs. Establish IRS, External Revenue Service. DOGE. No government censorship. Eliminate political persecution. Eliminate DEI from government. Only 2 genders. Full military reinstatement for refusing the vax with pay. Rebuild the military. The Gulf of America. Mount McKinley being properly named back. Retaking the Panama Canal. Prioritizing American health. An American flag on Mars. See, these are big visions that Donald Trump is enacting. Where was the big vision for Joe Biden? He said he was going to eliminate cancer. That was his big vision. And of course, nothing ever happened. He didn't eliminate cancer. But Donald Trump is thinking bigger because he has the power and authority to do so. Oh, here's that message that TikTok that they posted. Welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the United States. Imagine all of the leftist haters opening up TikTok and being forced to read that and say, thank you, Donald Trump. Yeah, I think Donald Trump just picked up a few new voters with that one, even though we don't have to worry about it. Gulf of America on Inauguration Day, that's coming. TikTok has released a statement. In agreement with our service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers they will face no penalties. Greg Price, the first Trump 47 White House press release announcing day one actions on the border, energy, and bringing back American values. This is the first press release. Make America safe again. President Trump will take bold action to secure our border and protect American communities, including ending Biden's catch and release policies, reinstating Remain in Mexico, building the wall, ending asylum for illegal border crossers, cracking down on criminal sanctuaries, and enhancing vetting and screening aliens. President Trump's deportation operation will address record border crossings of criminal aliens under the prior administration. The president is suspending refugee resettlement after communities were forced to house large and unstable populations of migrants, straining community safety and resources. The armed forces, including the National Guard, will engage in border security, which is national security, and will be deployed to the border to assist in existing law enforcement personnel. President Trump will begin the process of designating cartels, including the dangerous Tren de Aragua, as foreign terrorist organizations and use the Alien Enemies Act to remove them. Oh boy. The Department of Justice will seek the death penalty as the appropriate punishment for heinous crimes against humanity, including those who kill law enforcement officers and illegal migrants who maim and murder Americans. Make America affordable and energy dominant. The president will unleash American energy by ending Biden's policies of climate extremism, streamlining permitting, and reviewing for rescission all regulations that impose undue burdens on energy production and use, including mining and processing of non-fuel minerals. President Trump's energy actions empower consumer choice in vehicles, shower heads, toilets, washing machines, light bulbs, and dishwashers. How ridiculous. That's what he's got to spend his time on. Dishwashers and toilets. My goodness. President Trump's energy policies will end leasing to massive wind farms that degrade our natural landscape and fail to serve American energy consumers. Trump will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord, thank God. All agencies will take emergency measures to reduce the cost of living. President Trump will announce the America First trade policy. America will no longer be beholden to foreign organizations for our national tax policy, which punishes American businesses. That is the first press release. The golden age of America begins now.
My honor. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you the 45th and the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
I'm dreaming, folks. Don't wake me up. His speech was so powerful. It was so powerful. It was like a declaration of war.
Thank you very much, everybody. Well, thank you very, very much. Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune, Chief Justice Roberts, justices of the United States Supreme Court, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, President Biden, Vice President Harris, and my fellow citizens. The golden age of America begins right now.
Yeah.
From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first. Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end.
And he said that all right in front of them all. He said it right in front of them. They all stood there. Oh, they had to listen to it.
Priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before. I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country, sunlight is pouring over the entire world, and America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world is now witnessing in the United States of America. As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent, law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful...
Wow. Absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. Beautiful speech, spitting in all their faces for the destruction that they have done. This was the announcement that was 6 days ago. President Trump announcing the External Revenue Service. Amazing. Yes, and of course, Donald Trump brought up the renaming of the Gulf of Mexico in Mount Denali on his first day in office. Starting the External Revenue Service. First executive order under the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
Just watching Kamala and Joe sit there and have to listen to that. The border czar, right? Let's see what Angela says. My bold take to my friends on the left who are dumping on Trump's creation of the External Revenue Service. Let's see if it works. before the outrage. Yeah, exactly. Wall Street apes. Donald Trump announces the ERS, External Revenue Service. Next step is to abolish the IRS. Now, here is a video. Trump revealing the only reason we're paying income tax in America is because U.S. politicians are paid off by foreign countries.
You know, and the big price is tariffs. And he'd speak like that, but he was right. And then around in the early 1900s,
This appears to be from the Joe Rogan podcast.
they switched over stupidly to, frankly, an income tax. And you know why? Because countries were putting a lot of pressure on America. We don't want to pay tariffs. Please don't. You know, believe me, they control our politicians. If you look at the kind of numbers that these guys make then and now, but we had a commission meeting in the I think it was 1887. Think of this problem. We were so rich. We had so much money. We didn't know what to do. So they set up a blue ribbon commission on tariffs. And the sole purpose is what to do with all the money we had. We were so rich because we were taxing other people for coming in and taking our jobs. And China does it. That's what China did. If you want to open a factory and sell cars, if you build a factory here or have a factory, they don't take our cars. They wouldn't take our cars. But if you build a plant in China, you can do that. Elon did that. By the way, Elon is great. That guy is such a great guy. I think you're a fan of Elon. Him. He is from a different planet. He's a great.
He's from a different planet. Notice when Trump mentioned that we are America first, most of the Democrats refused to applaud. A few clapped. The anti-American Democrat commies reveal themselves every day. Watch.
Not allow ourselves. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
Anyone who doesn't clap for that is, I mean, they just hate America. Like, how could you not clap for putting your own country first? President Trump, here's more on the External Revenue Service.
I don't know what they're doing now. But in fact, Kamala cast the tie-breaking vote to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to go after your tip income. They're going after it in a lot of ways. So I don't know what they're doing now. This has happened with a lot of industries. When we come out with something, they immediately follow. But you know that after the election, if something horrible happened, which is always a possibility, especially the way they cheat. But if something horrible happened, you know that you'd go right back and you'd never see anything about no tax on tips. You know that.
So this is obviously recorded before he was elected.
Kamala and Crooked Joe Biden. Where is he? Where's Joe? What happened to Joe? He's on a beach someplace. He's angry. The IRS has imposed costly and burdensome new reporting requirements on restaurant and other employers. And these employers are great people. They're great people. They really work hard. Like Javier, they work very hard and they do an incredible job. And this is going to make their life a little bit easier because, frankly, for them it's a lot better, too, when they have happy employees that are making a little more money and just do a better job. People like Javier are very happy. He was happy to hear about this. Every restaurant owner is happy to hear about this.
No tax on tips. It's coming. Donald Trump announces formation of External Revenue Service to collect our tariffs, duties, and all revenue that come from foreign sources. Yeah, it's about time. And the IRS, this is only day one, folks. This is the half day, and we have 100 days. Remember, the 100 days is when most of the action happens. Everyone focuses on that, and we're going to be tracking it very, very closely. So remember this moment, because what we're witnessing isn't just policy change. It is the complete dismantling of a system that's been bleeding Americans dry for over a century. The External Revenue Service isn't just a new name. It's a declaration of war against a bureaucratic state. The border actions, they are redefining national sovereignty. But here's the question that is keeping the DC establishment awake tonight. If Trump can accomplish this much in just half a day, what happens when he has 4 full years? What other sacred cows of the administrative state are about to be led to the slaughter? And more importantly, why was the system so desperate to stop him from returning in the first place? Drop your thoughts below. And don't miss out on our MAGAvengers collection exclusively at the Next News merch shop, linked below.